Hello everyone, and welcome to our English lesson. I'm Ash, and today we are going to learn in 8 minutes something very important. How to talk about yourself in English. This is what we call self-introduction. Now, why is this so important? Because it's the foundation of every conversation you'll have in English. Think about all the times you meet new people, or all the situations where you need this, like meeting new colleagues at work, making friends while traveling, introducing yourself in class, or even simple interactions at stores or restaurants. The first thing people usually ask is things like, "What's your name? Where are you from? What do you do?" Today, I will teach you exactly how to answer these questions clearly and confidently. And don't worry about making mistakes, because that's how we learn. So, are you ready to start learning? We'll break this down into 5 essential parts, and we will spend quality time on each one. I'll give you multiple examples, point out common mistakes to avoid, and we'll practice together. Remember, repetition is key when learning a new language. So don't worry if we go over things several times. That's exactly how you'll remember them better. Let's begin with the most basic question, your name. Section 1, your name. Your name is your identity. So this is where we begin. In English, there are actually several ways to introduce yourself, depending on how formal or casual the situation is. For formal situations like business meetings or interviews, "Hello, my name is," and you add your full name. Or, "Good morning, I'm," and you add your full name. For casual situations with friends or peers, "Hi, I'm Anne." Then you add your first name, OR. "Hey, you can call me," and you say your nickname. Now, when someone asks you, "What's your name?" you can answer, "My name is," or "I am." Or even more casually, "They call me." Common mistake. Never say, "My name is called," ... This is incorrect English. Simply say, "My name is," or "I am." Now, it's your turn to practice. Try saying both versions with your own name. Section 2. Saying where you are from. Now that we've covered names, let's talk about origins. This is where cultural understanding becomes very important. In English conversations, people will often ask, "Where are you from?" almost immediately after learning your name. There are several correct ways to answer. One country only. "I am from Brazil." "I come from Germany." The city and country. "I am from Madrid, Spain." "I come from Toronto, Canada." 3. Region 4, large countries. "I am from California, in the USA." "I come from Bavaria, in Germany." Pro tip for you. If you are from a place people might not know, you can add "it's near," and then say, "a famous place." For example, "I am from Ljubljana." It is near Venice, Italy. A complete introduction sounds like this. "Hello, I am Sophia. I am from Mexico City. I am Mexican." Now, try saying your own version. Section 3. Talking about your age. In many Western cultures, asking about age isn't always common, but it's still important to know how to answer. The question will be, "How old are you?" There are 2 good ways to answer this question. The first way you can say, "I am," ... Then add your age, and finish with years old. Example, "I am 25 years old." Here is an important cultural note. In professional settings, people often don't share their exact age. Instead, they might say, "I'm in my 30s. I'm in my mid-40s. Now, let's practice with a full example of what we learned so far. "Hi, I am Ali. I am from Egypt. I am 28 years old." What I will ask you to do now is to pause the video for a few seconds and try to practice saying your age in English. Done. Let's move now to the next section. Section 4. Describing your job or studies. When people ask you, what do you do? Here, they want to know about your work or studies. Therefore, if you have a job, you can say, I am a, and add the title of your job. For example, I am a teacher, or I work as a teacher. But if you are still studying, you can say, I study, ... and you add your subject. Let's take an example to understand better. I study business, so these are two ways to answer this question. And remember, we use a before most jobs. For example, we say a doctor. But before vowel sounds we use an, just like in pen an architect. Now if you are a student, say, I am a student. Now, let's see a complete example for what we learned so far. Hello, I am Yuna. I am from Seoul. I am 22. I study computer science. I will ask you now to pause the video again for a few seconds and try saying your own work or study information. Now, you can write in comments. Section 5. Talking about hobbies. Hobbies make conversations more interesting. Common questions are, what do you like to do? What are your hobbies? What do you do for fun? To answer, just start with, I like, then a verb plus ing. I enjoy, then a verb plus ing. I love, then a verb plus ing. Here are some examples. I like hiking and photography. I enjoy playing chess. I love watching sci-fi movies. I'm interested in ancient history, and always remember to use the ing form after these phrases. Let's practice now with a full introduction with hobbies. Hi, I'm Marco. I am from Italy. I am 26. I am a designer. I love painting and playing guitar. Your homework is 2. 1. Write your full introduction. 2. Record yourself saying it. 3. Practice daily for 1 week. Remember, language learning is a journey. Even if you make mistakes at first, every attempt makes you better. Great! Today we've built a complete self-introduction, covering 1. How to say your name. 2. How to say where you are from. 3. How to talk about your age. 4. How to describe your job or studies. 5. How to talk about your hobbies. Thank you for your hard work today, and I look forward to seeing you in our next lesson.